The regular council meeting of the Village of Armada will now come to order. And will everyone stand and rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, we'll have our clerk call roll, please.
Shaw.
Here.
Clark.
Here.
Conan.
Here.
Bullock.
Here.
Belkey. Here. Conan. Or Cooper, sorry. Here. Baylor.
Here.
All present. Approval of the agenda. What's the council's wishes, please?
I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. At this time, we're opening up the floor to the citizens' comments. You'll have 3 minutes. State your name for the record, and we'll begin now, please. Anyone address the council at this time? There will be a second chance later on in the meeting. Tonight, we don't have any presentations. And next is our administrative reports, the building department reports we have in our packet, and commissioner liaison reports. Is there any?
I do, Mark.
Mr.
Just want
Butler?
to let everybody know that the air conditioning is up and running down at the sewer plant. It got installed about the second or third day after our last meeting. And the alarm system is due to be installed in the grid building in the next couple of weeks. So things are moving along.
Thank you, Mr. Clark.
Mr. President, I have one. The bridge inspections have been turned over to Royal Engineering, and these bridge inspections that we have to be done by 12/31/2016. We'll be getting a price for that.
Very good. Bridge inspections. This is particularly the Prospect Street Bridge is what I think we're talking about.
I think we're talking about the West Main Street Bridge, the North Fulton Street Bridge, all the bridges.
Well, all the bridges at this time?
It's a 2-year, that happens every 2 years.
Every 2 years,
correct.
okay. I was thinking because of the fact that it was just a new bridge, possibly. Okay. Great.
I have something, is everybody done? In your packets, I put an Attorney General opinion. If you guys read it, what it does is it basically says that any, figure out how to say it,
Fundraiser?
any charitable organization or any civics, anything that's doing Four Corners, that is now illegal. So we cannot have Four Corners anymore. I've talked to the police chief. He has agreed to deliver this opinion to all of our nonprofits in the school. It's unfortunate, and I know that, so many organizations count on that, but it's an opinion we've got
Like the
to,
Goodfellow paper, and none of those, Tootsie Roll Drive.
any of
None of
them.
them. What's the reasoning on this, Jeff?
Well,
Safety?
yeah, I think the gist of it is that he analyzed both the motor vehicle code and the uniform traffic code. We've adopted the uniform vehicle code, which we use regularly for traffic enforcement, obviously. And the Attorney General analyzed provisions from the motor vehicle code and determined that it's contrary to the statutory provisions. Motor vehicle is a statute, and it's contrary to the statutory provisions to allow anyone to solicit in the public right-of-way. The Uniform Traffic Code, a number of years back, we used to enforce that. We've kind of gotten away from that, but similar provisions exist in the Uniform Traffic Code which say the same thing. So the legalities are, if we were to issue a permit saying go out and solicit in the Four Corners, you're basically violating your ordinance, which you've adopted by reference. You've adopted the motor vehicle code, and by permitting them to do it, you're violating your own village code, which obviously is not a good thing. A more realistic problem is, I don't care how safe you are, I don't care how many safeguards you build in, a live person standing in traffic, ongoing traffic is not a great situation. We all, think about texting and people not paying attention. Well, all it takes, even 25 miles per hour, is enough to cause a severe injury if you hit somebody that you are not paying attention, don't see them there. So I think we've done as much as we could to mitigate that risk, but if we again authorize through council action to allow people in those right-of-ways and a serious injury results, if a claim came from that, we would be hard pressed under our insurance coverage to say, well, cover us, it was just an accident. Well, the argument from the insurance company is, why'd you let them go in there in the first place? It's contrary to state law. So that's, it's unfortunate. I mean, some of these organizations generate a lot of money. Down along M59, Michelle and I both commented that we've seen people approach at high rate of speed. We'd have people raising $20,000 a weekend, which is a big part of their budget. Great organizations, Lions, Kiwanis, Rotary, Shriners, you can just go down the list. Knights of Columbus, they're great organizations.
Got hit on the Knights.
But, the reality is, in light of this, I'm sure the chief agrees, many communities will be getting out of the business and of allowing that. And you just, these organizations will have to adapt. It's unfortunate. But again, for all the reasons I stated, I really don't think it's good for us to bless it and say, yes, go out in the right of way and, take your chances.
And what about out in the, on the county roads and all that? That's not affecting. What if they go out on 32 and North Avenue? That's one of the places they do.
That's not up to us though.
Yeah, that's not
if
up
they
to
do
us,
that,
but-
they'll be either violating the,
I would
County,
think the sheriff,
yeah.
my dealings with the sheriffs are they're more restrictive than, because they don't have to answer to the local charities as directly as we do. So I don't think, my experience with the sheriffs is they just tell them, no, you're not allowed to do it. This is much more prevalent in the local municipalities that have, generally gone out of the way to try to help the local charities. It's unfortunate, but again, it's just probably not a good combination to have people in the public right of ways. It just takes one minor impact and you could have a fairly serious injury.
We had a guy broke his arm on the Knights.
Yeah, that's, I hate to say it, but that's probably minor compared to a closed head injury or something like that could occur.
Very good.
I'd also like to mention, our website is down right now. We're not utilizing the current website, but we are still in the transition of moving into our new website. But our emails are back working. So the last time I announced we didn't have emails. Now our Armada.org's work, villagearmada.org.
Thank you. Nothing else, huh?
I think that's it.
Okay, anyone else from the commissioners?
On the
Building inspector, Dennis, go ahead.
on the building inspection report, I didn't really mention it, but Dan Duncan's building, they're gonna do the footing tomorrow morning. So that's underway, as everybody probably noticed, all the equipment down there. That's a good sign.
And been doing a lot of earth moving and that kind of stuff, so.
But the footings are going in tomorrow.
Start for our community, something new again, so. We're always proud to see something new and something good to benefit our community.
Gives me great joy to tell you that this month's planning commission meeting was canceled because we didn't have anything come up. This last year has been extremely busy for the planning commission. We've even had special meetings, so it was nice that we didn't have one.
Bit of a break then.
Yeah, we were gonna have it the Wednesday after Labor Day, and because we didn't have anything new to add to the agenda, we didn't have it. And I was pretty happy.
You do attend a lot of meetings, Mr. Cole,
Yes,
so.
he does.
And again, we,
You got that break.
any of you village people that would be interested, we're looking for people on the planning commission.
Yeah.
We have a 5-member planning commission with 4 members. It's hard to get anybody to serve.
It's a paid position.
Yeah.
It's a paid position, but it's such a low amount,
It is.
you'll feel like you're doing it for nothing.
Dave, you're not selling it.
Well, there's a reason why they're not lined up to join the planning commission, so.
We'll take that compliment and hold it there. Next is our general business, the consent agenda. What is the council's wishes?
Mr. President, I'll move that the consent agenda be accepted as presented.
I'll second.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Old business, this is the East Main Street and the T Street culvert. This is Mr. Ballard's department in the streets.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council, and citizens. East Main Street, there has been some work done on the corner of Crowell and Main. Looks like it's been completed, still got some cones out there. I'm waiting for some rain to see if the job is successful. Any questions on East Main Street? Good. The T Street culvert, I'm waiting for return phone call from MDOT. They took our ideas and we're gonna check them out, see the validity of them. And they're supposed to get back with, they have not yet. I've called this morning, did not receive a call back. I will call tomorrow. And I will keep on them until I get some type of resolution on this.
Thank you, Mr. Ballard. New business, water tapping. This is Mr. Shaw's department. He's the water commissioner, please.
One of the things, first of all, thank you for coming tonight, and as we've already pre-met on this, so I think we just want to thank you for everything that's been done so far. And it certainly is, the April Memorial Garden is certainly a good thing for the community, and we appreciate it. This one. As far as your letter was concerning, you had asked us if we could waive the tap-in fee, and we are not able to do that. It's prohibited under state law and village ordinance. So we can't waive that fee.
I guess I misunderstood, but the letter that was sent was not to waive the fee, but we do have the landscaping company and we do have a pipe company that's willing to donate certain items that would reduce the cost for the village and reduce the cost for us. And I think that's what she was asking in the letter, not to waive the fee, but there's certain parts of the fee that are covered when you tap into the line. And some of those that we actually have a third party that's going to do that would reduce the time and manpower for the village, and as well as could reduce our costs as far as the fee. I think that's what she was asking about, not to waive the fee entirely.
Okay, I see that. I did read the letter, but I guess I did not understand for it. Yeah, it says amend the tap fee for this project. Jeff, I don't know, could you address that?
Yeah, I think that type of proposal would probably only apply with regard to the tap, and obviously the capital improvement fee is not something that is related to actually doing the physical. I think in the Fritz subdivision a number of years back, you may remember, Steve, they actually did the physical tap in, and I think we did a similar arrangement. And that's permissible. I wish I could speak more to physically what Ed does. I'm not real sure, but as long as they're doing or relieving Ed of some type of work, I just don't know on the $500 tap-in fee how much that is Ed just inspecting or actually doing the actual tap-in itself. I think most of the time contractors do it and Ed inspects it, but I can't really tell you. As long as council's comfortable with it and Ed can, state there would be a reduction that would be appropriate.
Isn't most of the tap-in fee like a buy-in to the system?
No, that's
That's the
you're
capital
thinking the
improvement.
capital improvement.
Okay.
The tap-in is actually,
Labor and materials.
Yeah.
Materials, right?
Well, like I said, in the Fritz sub, we normally would be responsible for making the taps, and I remember Fritz said, well, if you recall, Steve, I think we reached an agreement with him that he would actually have his underground contractor do it, And so again, it's not unprecedented that we've gotten that type of request. I just can't tell you how much of a discount would be appropriate. I think that would probably be best for Ed to decide what, if any, we could have their contractor do.
Does that answer it?
Yes, that's exactly what we were looking for, to the
Okay.
DPW and the water department, you know, what we could supply,
Sure.
and just reduce that amount.
Okay.
And unfortunately, you'll get a quarterly bill year round.
Oh,
every
absolutely,
quarter,
we're well
you know.
aware of that,
Yeah.
and we're all prepared for that.
Yeah.
I think the only thing we're still waiting for is a letter from Macomb County.
Oh, that was forwarded.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
forwarded?
it's in your packet.
Okay, that's
Um,
the one that's September 6, 2016?
yeah,
So that's,
I don't know, I mean, I wasn't in the end of the meeting, I don't know what you asked the county to give, because basically what this is talking about is their agreement with the garden, with you guys.
right.
Was that all you asked for? I mean, we'll need to see some type of an agreement, so when we set up the water billing, you have to look at it like they're the owners and you guys are renting. You know, like you're the tenants, they're the
Yeah, who
owners.
owns
So
that property?
the county,
County.
the
County.
county does.
Yeah, is it the trail? I
Yeah.
think the trail.
Trail.
owns it.
Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately it was Macomb County, and basically their letter was supposed to say basically, yes, they're allowing us to put this irrigation system in, and
Right.
yes, they will be the owners of the property, but we would be the actual customer as far as the water bill is concerned. And we would be responsible for those bills.
I didn't read that.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah, I'm not sure
That
that,
was a little-
I wasn't sure who was.
I have not read the county letter,
Yeah.
so I went to directly to the village.
okay.
Right.
Do you want a copy?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
But I thought, to my understanding, that he was gonna do that for us. That he was gonna give the garden the permission, because they were the owners, and that they'd be responsible being the owners, and that you people, or your group, would pay the bill.
Yes, correct.
But then, I don't think that's the wording that I saw.
No, I mean,
Okay.
I think he acknowledges,
he's asking.
that they would like to tap the main, but he didn't really go as far as the billing arrangement.
It's just,
Right, it says that he requests permission to
Right,
develop
right.
the
Yes,
agreement.
that's-
Apparently he needed your permission to do that. So that's what we're requesting. is-
Yeah, no, I think the billing is the part that he didn't really cover. We're not sure who to, bottom
Well,
line.
maybe he will in the next step, because it sounds like.
We just
this
don't
is
know who
once
to
it's
bill.
done.
Clearly, he covers, we want to allow the irrigation on our property, he just didn't say who will pay the bill. Or send the bill to them, or, you know, so I guess that's the clarification we need.
Correct. So I guess if we get the permission for the tap, then we fill out the application with the water department, correct, for the tapping?
correct.
And then that would establish the customer base, and we would get a letter probably from the county saying that we could be the customer and that the water information could be released to us in order for us to pay the bill. I think that's what they were concerned about, is that you can't just share
Because you're not the
information
owners.
like that without.
Because ultimately,
permission.
as you stated, the county is responsible as the owner of the property. So if they ever say, I'm not saying you will, but if you ever default, obviously it goes to the county. Then the county would owe that money. Usually with residents and landlords and renters, you know, I mean, you have shut off. So, I mean, in this case, you know, that's ultimately what would happen if, you know, the bill didn't get paid. So.
In that same paragraph, he says, once a satisfactory agreement is in place, we will proceed with this application as your community has requested. Please accept this letter as our request to develop this partnership and move forward with the administrative duties that will be associated with this utility cap. So,
That's,
We have one more step to get through.
So yeah, I guess what you were saying is that the first step was to be granted the permission, and then we would fill out the application for the water tap, and then include the letter with it from the county that is saying that we have an agreement that we are responsible for the bill. So
correct,
that would be
that's the main thing
second
that,
step.
we need is just that.
That's exactly what we talked about, yes.
Well, they're both gonna get billed. The same
yeah,
as what
right,
you
right, just
described
like a
as
landlord and a tenant, right.
Yeah.
You're
right.
both gonna get billed, the county
Right.
and the tenant or
Right.
occupant.
Any other questions possibly?
Yeah, the only thing is that we needed apparently from this meeting was the permission to tap the line and to fill out the application, and obviously what the cost would be, so we could obviously take care of those
Right.
costs to
Yeah,
have this
so-
move forward.
I think, normally this is just an administrative function, and we don't usually have council approve that, unless council, anybody objects. What I'm hearing is you clearly should proceed with the application, make sure the county is on board with the application, which it appears that they are, and then a supplemental letter from them indicating who, that we will be authorizing us to bill both you, with a courtesy copy to them. The last thing is we'll have to have Ed come up with a discount, if any, from the $500. I don't know unless somebody here knows what that might be, but I think it's gonna be up to Ed to
We can have Mike go ahead and
check with Ed.
Ed on that.
Yeah, I'll talk with them.
And then, will you get in touch with
Do you have
Yes,
phone
sir.
numbers for
If you
any of
guys
these
need to
ladies?
sign in, Mike, would you take
Karen, you
that?
want to give Mr. Shaw your phone number?
I might-
So he
I might-
You know what?
Or
Just,
did you write?
just leave it, or just put it on there so you don't have to announce it.
Oh,
Right,
right.
it was yours, yeah. Yeah, if you just leave it with me, then I can.
Yeah, she can just put it
Yes.
on.
I'll
Put it
Right on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can contact you as soon as I talk to Ed.
Oh, absolutely. And then
Okay.
I'll probably be the one coming up to do the application and
Okay,
pay any fees that would be associated with it, since I'm the treasurer for the garden.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. If you have any other questions, you can call our office, and someone will get back with you for sure. Oh, no, this is the police car disposal. This is the chief's department.
That's why he's here.
Sure, that's what he likes to talk, sure. Chief, it's all, the floor is yours.
Okay, I'm here to make a request that we dispose of some of the surplus assets that the village has. Two old patrol cars, an '08 Chrysler or Dodge Charger and an '11 Dodge Charger. The 2011 Charger is usually sold, it's typically sold when we get a new scout car, which we did about 4 months ago. We got a new patrol car. Chief Smith at the time decided to hang on to the old car through the end of the fair. That would enable us to get the extra manpower to and from the station, or to and from the station and fair back and forth all week long, because we have 4 or 5 officers working every day. So we did that. And that car was taken out of service at a time when it was in
Thank you.
quite a state of disrepair. It was at the dealership several times for an electrical problem. They couldn't figure it out. The electrical problem causes the transmission to shift different gears at different speeds. The windshield wipers go on and off, all the lights in the dash flash.
Fun.
Yeah, it's not really the best car to drive anymore. Larry's tried to figure it out. The dealer couldn't. Larry's tried. They couldn't figure it out either. So after we took all the equipment off of it, we thought, well, maybe that would solve the problem. Maybe there's something in the wiring with the lights and the siren and all that. That didn't correct it either. So it runs fine. It'll start up and it could run half the day without a problem, and then it comes on. But anyhow, regardless, that is an excess vehicle that we usually don't keep. We usually sell that. The second car that I'd like to get rid of is the '08 Charger. It's in the garage. It's the all-black one. It's a 6-cylinder Charger, one of the original ones that we had obtained as a police car. It served us well, but it's got about 128,000 miles on it now. It won't shift into park all the way. You can't get the key out. You can't turn it off all the way.
Mike, we're never gonna sell these cars.
The brakes and suspension are very loose. It does need some work. The engine hesitates at times. You know, we put money into these things, and I just don't think that it's really worth putting any more money into. Their useful service life has pretty much come to an end as far as a police car goes. The other two items that I was interested in selling were 2 mountain bikes, 2 police mountain bikes. We have 4 of them. They were given to us by a large police agency who didn't use them anymore, surplus property for them. They got rid of them. We're not using them. We used 2 of the bikes once in the last 8 years, at a time when we had 2 officers certified in bike patrol. They actually went to a bicycle school. And one of those has since left. We still have an officer here, Officer Sherwood, who is certified in that. But typically you want to ride in tandem and pairs, just for safety concerns. We don't have the staffing to do that, generally speaking. Our response time would really be in jeopardy if you were to get everywhere and go on a bike, and the weather's a concern as well. But I would like to maintain 2 of those bikes, but 2 of them are hanging in the garage, kind of in the way. Tires are rotting off of them. None of the tires have air. It would take $50, $75 maybe to get them just rideable again. So I'd like to liquidate those.
What kinds of bikes were those? Were the
Those
Treks?
are
You said?
Trek
Treks.
bicycles, black.
And you want to put those on the auction site too, or no?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions? If not, I'll make the motion. Okay. I resolve to approve the sale of the 2011 Dodge Charger VIN number 2B3CL1CT1 BH599099 and the 2008 Dodge Charger VIN number 2B3KA43G08H199811 and 2 Trex Black mountain bikes through advertisement and bid solicitation on an online auction site. Authorize the police chief to accept the highest qualified bid received and authorize the village clerk to execute all documents required to transfer title to the bicycles and vehicles.
There's no bike titles,
No
right?
bike type.
Yeah, let's just say transfer title to the vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second.
Moved and supported.
I do have a question though.
Any further questions?
We do
Discussion.
want to let any future owner know the concerns we have with the cars.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we will disclose all defects and repair issues that may be needed when they're listed. Yeah.
Okay. And Sherry, I didn't quite get them VIN numbers.
It's in your packet.
Understand.
Uh,
I did.
Yeah,
I
she
said
did.
2 black Trex mountain bikes.
Okay, good.
You said black? I didn't-
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
I think we're good.
It's in the other part. The other section.
What?
The description.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's see, why don't we go for,
We have to do roll on that, because it's
yeah,
transferring the
let's do
title.
roll on it.
No, you're not spending, but you
Okay.
can if you want, anybody can.
I'd rather do it.
Okay.
Cooper?
Yes.
Conan?
Yeah.
No, I almost said Audie. Belkey?
Yes.
Shaw?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Wooleck?
Yes,
Bailey?
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you, chief.
Thank you.
Thank you, good luck.
Yeah. Being such a
I think that's it. That's it.
We have.
All right, the next is the auditor's engagement letter that we have attached to our packet. What is the council's wishes? Have you all read it?
Mr. President, I resolve to approve the proposal from McBride Manley Company, PC, for audit services for the fiscal years ending March 31, 2017, March 31, 2018, March 31, 2019, in the amount of $21,900 per year, and to allow the treasurer to sign on the village's behalf.
A second?
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Roll call.
Oh, well, that's right, it's funny, I'm sorry.
Ballard?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Wooleck?
Yes.
Belkey? Yes. Conan?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Shaw?
Yes.
Motion carried. We all know they've done an excellent job for over the years that they've been here.
Yes, they have.
20-some years now already, so I know they'll have a good report for us all the time, or a good answer for us all the time.
30-some years.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
30-some years.
Wow.
I was 30-some years, well, I lost a couple.
32.
I turned 8, so I lost a couple paid. Okay. going to accept, decline, non-CDBG sidewalk funds. Michelle?
No, this is Lyle.
Mr. Ballard? Well, I thought you'd like to answer.
Oh, no, I got nothing.
Mr. Ballard, your department, please.
Thank you. We received bids, a bid for sidewalk project. It was a non-CDB sidewalk project, CDBG sidewalk project. It was opened on August 26, 2016 at the village office here at noon. The bid was received from GM and Sons Incorporated, the amount of $142,630. That was for the removal of 1,430 square yards of concrete. There's 4-inch sidewalk concrete at 10,260 square feet. 6-inch concrete sidewalk of 2,570 square feet. Just the drainage structure or manholes, and there was 5 of those in the area. There was adjust the curb stop in the pavement area. There was 5 of those, and adjust the valve box in the pavement area, and there was 5 of those. The total estimated price again was $142,630. I talked to the gentleman a couple days after that, told him that we were going to take it to the village council, and at this time, I would resolve to decline the bid from GM and Sons Incorporated, the amount of $142,630 for the non-CDBG sidewalk program, and to allow the street administrator to rebid the project at a later date.
I'll second that.
Moved and supported by Conan. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. So we'll bring that back probably in about 2 weeks possibly, Mr. Ballard?
Hopefully, yeah, we're gonna, I'd like to have probably a little bit longer than that.
Well, I mean, you got one bid?
One bid is all we got.
You know, I don't ever recall spending that much at one time.
No.
And we got the road project coming up next year.
Well, what we've done, Dave, is we have budgeted a certain amount of money. I may cut this down, cut the non-CDBG down to just the worst sidewalks. This is all the sidewalks that we need to have done. So I'm gonna cut it down to just the worst sidewalks that have to be done.
Can we remove any ourselves where you have?
Well, we are going to be doing that with CDBG, where there's sections of sidewalk that our guys are gonna do through CDBG. And, but as far as this, I don't think a contractor wants us to remove them and then he put them back. And they generally don't like that, they like the whole job.
Well, we don't have that much budgeted for that.
No, we don't.
Not close.
There's no way.
And again, we've got some other things on the table for next year that.
And then that water issue's come up, and that's $250,000 that we gotta come up with.
The water's out of the water fund.
Okay.
But this is out of the road fund and we got.
Oh, okay.
We have the
Correct.
motion here.
We already voted.
Oh, okay.
Right, you guys already voted. Okay.
Correct.
Let me see here. All right, cat pricing, that's also Mr. Bell. We have the bids here. You want to give them to
I have-
Mr. Bell?
I already
I have
did.
two of them
Yep.
right here.
Okay, they're open already?
Yes,
No.
we received 2 bids, 2 quotes, I guess, or estimates, on September the 9th, 2016. I'll open the first one here.
Who is it by?
This is from Fresh Look Seal Coating out of Washington, Michigan. Okay, this is Fresh Look Seal Coating, Post Office Box 298, Washington, Michigan. It has crack fill of 10,000 linear feet. Total cost of $7,500, and they're going to blow out the cracks, pour 10,000 linear feet of major crack, or just undesired streets, and that's at 75 cents per linear foot, if more crack seal is needed. So he's gonna do it, he's gonna do 10,000 linear feet at $7,500, and if we want to go over 10,000 linear feet, he'll do it at 75 cents per linear foot.
That's what he's charging anyway.
Right, that's what
Yeah.
we're charging anyway, so
Yeah.
that's a.
Who's this one
What is it?
from?
This one here is from Superior Seal Coating, 2620 Cherry Street, Port Huron, Michigan. Okay. Job estimate form, Superior Seal Coating, asphalt maintenance, St. Clair County and surrounding areas. It says Village of Armada crack fill estimate. Clean and blow out any dirt and debris from the cracks. Hot rubber crack fill approximately 10,000 linear feet at 85 cents per linear foot, $8,500. Supplies, fuel, propane, $250 labor. A third down at the start of the job, remaining balance due at the completion of the job. The estimate is $9,000.
Was the other guy rubber too?
The other guy, he doesn't
Fresh
say.
look.
Fresh look just says, let's see, cracks to be applied, major cracks, and broken areas look like.
Doesn't say what he's gonna,
It
Well,
doesn't
it
say.
says total cost
Total cost.
$7,500.
$7,500, and this guy here wants.
right, but we don't know if it's rubber or if it's more asphalt.
No,
I mean,
well, it's,
it wouldn't be more asphalt.
whatever no, what it is, it's liquid that they pour
Right.
into
It's a
it.
liquid.
It's a liquid, it's either tire or it's the other stuff, so.
Is there a difference between the tar and the rubber?
Yeah, one is $7,500, the other one is $9,000.
So we're assuming that he's using tar, not rubber?
Whatever they use.
I don't think you can assume anything.
Right.
Yeah, because his
It's
math is
10,000
wrong anyway.
linear feet.
He's 85
Yeah,
cents.
it's 10,000 linear feet
But he
here,
has $250.
and this guy here
Yeah,
is.
labor
He's got labor.
and on top of it, another 500 in costs, yeah.
Right.
But how far is 10,000 linear feet? I mean,
About 2
what does that
miles.
translate into?
About 2 miles.
Madison Street.
2 miles. Is that enough to do
Well,
what?
that's what we budgeted for this year.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
amount, the dollar amount.
And if we have more, we know what they're gonna charge us. And if
Right.
we have more money available, we just continue on with it.
We have the money budgeted. I wish they were broke down to how much was local street and how much was major streets.
Well, you know,
But you do have enough to cover it.
yeah, we'll cover it and then we can figure that out. We can have the guy divide it out for us after he gets it done. That being said, I'd like to make a motion that we award the crack sealing.
Okay, you're changing my motion here. Award,
Okay, oh, I'm sorry. Resolve. Here we are. To accept the bid from Fresh Look Seal Coating in the not to exceed amount of $7,500 for crack sealing of village streets.
A second?
do you want to say it like that in case you go over, what if you add?
Yeah, you could, because what
'Cause
you
now you're
budgeted
limited.
10,000. I just say, to accept the
10,000.
bid at the unit prices bid.
Okay,
That way, you're saying I can use $10,000 versus 7,500.
right, okay.
So if you budgeted 10, you better, if you have more than need, do it now.
Yeah, because we haven't been getting quotes
Right.
on this.
No,
so
it's
we
it's
haven't-
impossible.
Okay,
So it's to accept the bid from, I'm sorry, Fresh,
from Fresh Coat,
Fresh
from
look.
Fresh Look Seal Coating.
for crack sealing of village streets at unit prices bid.
And I'll
Crack
say a
sealing
second.
of village streets
At unit prices bid.
at unit prices bid. Okay,
Okay, that's
I'll
my
still
motion.
second.
okay.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor?
No.
Oh, motion, money, I don't know.
Oh, you don't want to do,
I don't
that
want
one,
to,
you don't need
I don't want to
to.
spend any money. That's-
When we're not spending money, you wanna individual vote,
Yeah.
spend the money you want.
Yes.
Okay, Ballard,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Belkey, Shaw,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Conan,
Yes.
Wolock.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Ballard.
thank you.
Thank you, Ed, too. Ed-
Yeah, 'cause Ed
was-
worked on this,
He's been trying to get
yeah,
things.
makes
thank you,
us
thank
fall
you.
back again, you know.
Right.
They're all so busy now too, trying to wrap up for the winter months, that's part of the reason.
Thank you.
The up and coming agenda items, are there any?
You said the non-CDBG sidewalk project is coming back.
Yes.
Yeah, but you didn't necessarily want it on the next meeting,
No.
did you?
No,
No,
do you want me to not include, I mean, we know it, I mean.
It's
we'll
gonna
bring it
come,
back.
it's gonna come back,
Okay,
but we don't need to put it on there.
okay.
I do wanna hold, street, the Peach
East Main?
Street, no,
No.
Peach Street culvert on there. We'll wait till next good deluge of rain and then we'll put that back on.
You mean East Main?
East Main?
Yeah.
East Main, yes.
But we can drop
East Main and Crawl.
Yeah, okay.
We do wanna keep Peach Street on.
Okay.
Okay. Citizens' comments? Being none? Council comments? I see none, hear none. Community events, any community events coming up?
We have the homecoming.
Homecoming parade is the end of, what was the date, Mike?
The 23rd.
23rd.
Another meeting.
You know the time?
5.
They begin, right,
Hang on, it's in here. Yeah,
Right at rush hour.
right, rush hour 5 o'clock, yeah.
I think it usually is 5 o'clock.
Usually it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
History repeats history.
Well, they gotta get back up there, they got a game to play that night. That's right. Just throw candy at us and go. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Well, I don't know, now she has 4 o'clock is lined up, 5 o'clock's parade.
Yes. And of course, your next meeting is September 26th, 7 o'clock. Tonight, we don't have an executive session. Next is fitting and proper for adjournment.
The time is 7:46. I make the motion to adjourn.
Support.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.